Good morning, everyone. Do you know a struggling reader? Perhaps it is a student you have, your child, son, daughter, maybe your grandchild, someone that is struggling in reading. Well, today I want to give you some tips on how to get those struggling readers reading. It's really hard because a lot of times when students leave our classrooms, they don't want to read anymore. When our children come home from school, they don't want to have to read because it's very frustrating to them. So today I want to give you some tips on how to get them reading. So one of the things that research has shown is by reading with a student that it actually helps them with their accuracy and their fluency. So what I mean by reading with them is that you are actually reading the text at the same time that the student is reading. So what that would look like is you are modeling for them and reading along with them, being mindful of the pace that you're taking, that it's not, because a lot of times adults, we read much faster, so you don't want to take too quick of a pace, but you want to have a good flow of fluency in the reading, and so that models it for them. So what this allows the students to do is, as they're reading through, if they come across a word that they're not familiar with or don't know, they're actually listening to you, and as you read it, then they kind of, a split second behind are reading as well. So this gives them access to new vocabulary, and it really helps. And so research has shown that this is something that helps. So a lot of times what ends up happening with struggling readers is we just want to read for them. And so we have a lot of times where reading to the children, but we really need those students reading themselves, because at the end of the day, when we get to the end of the school year, we don't want teachers that really have gotten better at their reading because they're reading all the time. We don't need parents that are getting better at their reading because they're reading all the time, but we need our students getting better at reading. So I encourage you to try this technique. This is something that I used with my own children, and I found that it did work. Another way that you could do it is just to kind of change it up, because you always want to be changing it up so that the students don't get bored with it. Picking a great text, something that they're interested in, but you could read one sentence and then have them read the sentence. And so then they're, hearing you say it, and they're picking up and having to read. It's really a great way to get them moving and encouraging them to read at night or even in the classroom. So that's what I would encourage you to do.